Tyler, welcome. I welcomed you earlier, but you couldn't hear me, so I went through a bunch of names. Looks like everybody that is usually on here is on, so welcome everyone. We're going to talk about the latest C8 Corvette news, the good and the bad, mostly good. But before we get to that, I've got a few things to go over. So, have you guys ever heard of Soldiers for the Truth Foundation? I'm sure you military people will have definitely heard of this, but it is a really awesome giveaway that they're doing here. It is a 1969 427 ZL1 Tribute Corvette. It's a beautiful, beautiful car, as you're seeing now on the screen. And because you're a Brinkofspeed watcher, right now through the 13th of November, you're getting 40% more for your money on tickets. So you'll want to click on this, one of these tickets. See, the Brink 40 is already in there, and then you'll put all your information in here, click continue. It'll ask for credit card information, and then you are entered to win. The way that you want to enter is look in the description below, and everything is in there for you to, the link is in there for you to click on. So,
and if you win, Mike will come visit you, and
that's right.
You have to let him drive it.
Yeah, you have to, especially this thing. That thing is sweet looking. That's a beautiful car.
Yeah, you could definitely wear those tires off real quick.
Yeah, and if you don't want the car, they'll give you $50,000 in cash. So, this one does end December 24th. So, it'll be given away sooner than later. Let's see what. Okay, voice is better now. Good. All right, this next thing that I'm going to talk about is very difficult, but I found out this Monday that my brother, who lives in Colorado, went from having basically stage 1 cancer, and it's a long story, to stage 4 in his colon and stomach area. And so horrible, horrible news, devastating news that I got on Monday. But I wanted to put this up there. It's a GoFundMe to help with his cancer expenses. If you guys feel like donating, great. If not, I totally get it. But I am going to, for super chats and super stickers and the Venmos tonight, I am going to give 100% of those proceeds to my brother. So just so you know, those are going to him for tonight. All right, let's get back to...
So Stephen Rapp just joined. Have you told Stephen? I think the tires that he wants are available.
I sent him that. So go ahead. You can.
Well, I don't know. I thought I saw that they were available. I don't know if
they are.
Was he able to order them? Did he try?
I don't think he's ordered them yet. I don't know though. He just said thank you, and obviously, But thanks guys for all your thoughts and prayers. I really appreciate it. His wife, and his son need them big time, and then obviously us, the family, needs those big time as well. So I hope the connection is still there, because it looks like we're having some, Thank you guys so much for the super chats. Stephen Rapp just gave 50. Dr. Corvette gave 100. That is all going to my brother Jason. So thank you so much. Really, really appreciate it. Thank you guys. You guys are amazing. I appreciate it. Okay, so up next, my last two videos, the Z06 at the Nurburgring. So I saw a video from the Spy guy at Spy Shots Media. He had put out some ZR1 stuff. Thank you, John Somerville. I really appreciate the super chat. He put out a video of the Z06 at the track, and I didn't even bother looking at anything. I just immediately came up with, in my head, you know what? Maybe GM is out there trying to get a time. And who knows? I mean, there's people out there saying that there's no way that they're out there to get a time, and maybe they didn't. Honestly, it doesn't really bother me either way, but it's still what I thought, could be the case. So that's why I made that video.
Have they really talked about the segmented times, like where they're at with it, or not? People just speculate what they think based on
I haven't
people
heard
stop watching it.
Segmented times past the ZR1, the C7 ZR1.
Okay.
Because we got an actual real time from the C8 Stingray. Venmos are flying in too. Let me look at these guys. Thank you, Keith French, for the super chat. Appreciate it. Now we're frozen. Well, it happens. Of course, on a live like this, we're going to get technical issues.
Looks like we're back up, maybe.
Yeah.
I think we're up.
Yeah. It says we're
Sorry.
up.
Yeah.
You're unfroze. Sorry about this, guys. I don't know why this happens sometimes. I guess it's maybe just in the neighborhood. A bunch of people are streaming or something.
No, I don't know.
I don't know. Anyway, thank you so much for all the donations. They will all go to my brother Jason for his cancer. So, the second video is the cheapest C8 Z06 at Corvette World. So the video that I did before that, I think they sold it for $195, I want to say.
That one was really loaded. It had all the carbon fiber,
Yeah.
the carbon fiber wheels.
The one before that was like $199, and then this one was $173. So it was quite a bit less than even the second one by $22,000.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a beautiful, beautiful spec, and I think it's already sold. Somebody from out of town already put a deposit down on it, so unless they back out on that deposit, it's gone.
Well, and the other two they had sold within days.
Oh, yeah. They sell them super fast. And guys, just remember, I know most of you know this, but just remember, Corvette World isn't buying that car for what it said on the sticker. It said like 147. I'm sure they paid 157 or 160 or maybe even more than that to get the car. But then they have to turn around and make a profit to keep the doors open, especially these days. They're having a problem getting cars bought, let alone selling them.
Yeah, the Stingray market is in a weird spot right now.
We're having errors with YouTube again. Man.
What is that saying?
It's saying there's not enough. I don't understand. Well, it seems like they're still seeing us and hearing us, so let's keep going. Real quick, though, before we get to the main subject. Andrew from Great White North Corvette says, Mike, I thought you were going to surprise everybody with your Z06 tonight. No, I'm not getting a Z06. That would be fun, but no, I'm not getting a Z06. It's going to be an E-Ray. For all of you who live in the DFW area, there's a huge amount of theft going on with Corvettes, Camaros, Mustangs, and Mopars. So if you own any of these cars, which I know a lot of you own Corvettes, I would highly suggest finding a device to put on the OBD port. I was going to put a link to it. Some of my YouTube friends have already advertised one. It's supposed to be really great. But I would also buy some AirTags and put AirTags somewhere hidden in your car so that if the device doesn't work, you can still find your car with your AirTag. But I have someone actually pretty close to me. He made the Brinkofspeed website. He has a C7 Z06 that just got stolen in broad daylight right in front of him. I mean, I think he had his back turned at the time, but he was at a truck yard in Dallas and it was stolen right there.
Yeah, it's not necessarily a bad area either.
No, exactly. And then one of his friends has a C8 Corvette here in the DFW, and his was stolen like the day after.
When I told you our friend Wes, his C7 ZR1 was stolen. Now, they recovered it very quickly, but there was still damage to it, though.
Oh, yeah. So lots and lots of theft is happening. In fact, he sent me an article, and there's almost 15,000 cars stolen in the last 3 months. And for some reason, there's only like 12 cops to handle 15,000 stolen cars. So it's a big deal. I just wanted to bring it up and let you guys know, if you're in the DFW, beware, because they're out there. And they're armed and dangerous. So that's another thing. Don't think just because you're carrying your gun that maybe you could stop the theft from happening. The police are saying, please don't try and stop it, because these people are very dangerous. They're armed and they will shoot. So it's a big deal. I think we're good on sound and video now. I haven't seen anybody complain, so hopefully. Rob, Corvette World, Rob says, most likely a disgruntled or bribed GM employee. Maybe he's talking about something else. That's funny. So anyway, just wanted to bring that to your guys' attention. Now we can move on to the main subject. And I think this is pretty cool. An article came out on the Mid-Engine Corvette forum, which, by the way, all of these articles are linked in the description, but give them way more rigidity and protection for racetracks and also potholes on the street.
Yeah, definitely people have some strong opinions about the carbon fiber wheels that have put them on. I mean, I don't know. If you don't know what you're getting into with those carbon fiber wheels, you're paying a lot of money for them, and it's one little accident.
Yeah.
Hit a curb.
I mean, it's $8,000 or more.
Because you can't fix them, really.
Right.
I mean, I think you can to a certain degree, but...
Like, I mean, Hot Rod's DFW on his GT500.
Oh, yeah.
He hit a pothole. One wheel was $8,500. So, it's crazy. But I think this is kind of cool. What do you guys think? The barrel is going to be... Are we frozen again? Dang it.
No, it's still going, though, on here.
Yeah, it might be behind. I don't know. The barrel is going to be metal. And then the face and the lip, I think, are carbon fiber, but they're going to have metal inside of them. And I think they're going to use a lightweight metal, but it's not aluminum. That's what's interesting. James Grimm says, crazy replacement costs. Yeah. I mean, carbon fiber is crazy replacement costs. So the metal/hybrid one might be a little bit less, I would think, since it's not full carbon fiber. But anyway, I thought that was kind of cool.
Do we think this is new GM technology, or?
I do, because it's a patent.
Oh, okay.
That's what this is. If you read the article, well, even on the top here.
Yeah, I hadn't had a chance to look at any of that yet today.
And this is supposed to be for the ZR1, which makes sense. Put the brand new patented wheels on the ZR1.
Well, when we saw those original photos of the wheels that Supercar Ranch put out, I was thinking, I mean, those are cool wheels, but I was thinking, why wouldn't they do something carbon fiber lightweight, right? That's the whole, it's a race model car, right?
Yes.
Why wouldn't you have the carbon fiber wheels on that? So clearly, we didn't know.
Yeah, and they're just putting the crappiest new ZR. I mean, they're not crappy. They look good, but they're putting the cheapest version of the new ZR1 wheel on the mules. They're not going to test them with the carbon fiber, I don't think. So that's actually good news. We're going to sandwich it with a little bit of bad news. It's not bad news. It's good news.
You talking about the strike?
Yeah, the strike ended.
It's good news. It could be bad news long term because pricing.
Right.
I don't know if I told you, I was reading something on Bloomberg. They think that with the current, where they've come to settle with the union, depending on models and whatnot, it's going to add $800 to $1,900 per vehicle.
Yeah.
I mean,
I don't doubt it.
Yeah. And I don't know if that kind of...
And that's just year one.
Exactly.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, it makes sense that vehicles are going to go up in price, but it is good news that it's ended, and now we don't have anybody that's, wanting a brand new C8, whether it's a Stingray, Z06 E-Ray, they don't have that hanging over them anymore. They know now that unless there's a GM plant shut down for other reasons, that it's just going to build cars and they're going to take delivery. So it's kind of good and bad, but mostly good.
Yeah, we kind of skirted that one, right, with the worst case scenario with the Bowling Green, right, because it never shut down. Right. Had it shut down during this period for multiple weeks, we're talking that would be multiplied out, gosh, I don't know, maybe a month, 2 or 3 of delays going forward.
Yeah, it would have been a big deal. And they did say they were losing $200 million a week. GM.
Yeah.
You know, so it's good that they finally got something put together, and now people can buy super expensive Chevys. Or you can go buy a Honda, a Toyota, a Mazda, a Mitsubishi, any of those brands that don't have unions, and you'll probably pay quite a bit less in the near future. Probably not right off the bat, but because, I mean, Hondas and Toyotas are some of the most expensive cars. So it's going to be hard to match that. Okay. As far as the next piece of news, it's about the ZR1. And this, I haven't put a video out about this because I still think that this is probably speculation. There's an article on Corvette Blogger that says GM parts catalog leak confirms the C8 ZR1's LT7 is a 5.5 liter turbo V8 with variable valve timing and active fuel management technologies. Hey, if that's what it is, awesome. In fact, Darren and I were talking earlier, we really don't care what the engine is. I hope it's something exotic, but if it's something that isn't exotic, we know it's going to be powerful. We know it's going to be fun. And the ZR1 is going to be ridiculous. So it really doesn't matter.
GM has not let us down with the C8, with all the models. No. And just the thought that they put into the Z06 with the sound, you got to think they're doing similar things with the ZR1.
Yeah. But we were talking about this, and it's like, is this photoshopped? Is this for real? I mean, who knows? You guys check out the article. All these are linked in the description. You let me know what your thoughts are on it. But, again, I'm not going to even put out a video about it because you guys have already seen my video on it. I didn't give a hard, stone cold fact about what I thought was going on. I basically guessed. I used my best judgment to try and figure out what we were hearing at the Nurburgring. And I'm going to be happy with whatever they go with. Even if it's a 6.2 twin turbo, or even if it's a 6.2 supercharged.
It's going to be something
great. It's going to be fun.
And that's what I was saying a couple of weeks ago. That's why I think it's going to be something new. It'll be exciting.
Yeah.
They're not going to let us down.
I mean, I would really love to hear a flat plane crank out of the ZR1, but then again, with turbos on it, it doesn't sound as good anyway. If you listen to all the Ferraris and McLarens, they sound good, but they don't sound near as good as the Z06, you know? So just wanted to show you guys that article. You guys have probably all seen it, though. And then last but not least, there actually is a plant shutdown. I think they got back up today, but they shut down yesterday temporarily. They actually let the first shift finish, shut down the second shift, and the reason why they shut it down was because of a, let me read exactly what it says.
Was it that same part we were talking about?
It's a aluminum casting from Bedford, Indiana plant. So, they had to shut it down. It's all good. You know, again, in this article, they say they think they were going to get back going today. So I didn't check in to see if they had, but I'm not too worried about it. If they had shut down for a whole week, then it would be something that we should all worry about, but they only shut down for one day. So hopefully it's a good, good to go and back up and running. last piece of really good news is 2024s are actually starting to be delivered, and we have a friend. You guys, if you watched our Ron Fellows videos that I put out, Rob, who actually did really good in the autocross and really good on the road course, he actually will be taking delivery of his brand new 24 Z06 that he stole from.
Keith
No,
French. Yeah, Keith, Keith French, if you're on here, it's the same dealer that we're doing business with. And I got my buddy Rob on this list 3 years ago, actually shortly after you and I, Keith, talked about getting on that list, which thank you again for that. It's turned out to be awesome. But I've passed 3 times because of the color constraint, and I knew the last time Mike and I had talked about it, like, what are you going to do if you get another allocation? Are you going to pass? And I was struggling, and I almost was going to take it and maybe do some sort of wrap or do something. And then I confirmed my buddy Rob would be the next person up, and I knew how bad he wants it. Rob is just itching to get that car to the track. He's a big track guy. Yeah. I was like, well, maybe that's just how it's supposed to be. So he was obviously doing cartwheels. Yeah. Yeah, and he'll have his car probably next weekend.
It's awesome.
It's confirmed that it shipped. So just so you guys know, his car was built Friday, October 13th, and he got confirmation today from the dealer that it's in transit, so it'll probably be here tomorrow.
It's awesome.
So they're getting them out, and it's a 2024. So
and you see him on what's his name? Corvettes.
Hoffman.
Hoffman. Yeah. Over in Sioka, he's showing 2024s arriving. So
when actually, John on here, he got his 2024.
Oh yeah.
It's been 3 weeks now.
Yep. So real quick, Jeff Barger, thank you so much for the Venmo donation of 100. He's frozen. Yeah, guys, and if you haven't smashed the thumbs up button, please do so, as it really helps YouTube know that you're enjoying the content. Right now, I know we're having YouTube difficulties, but still, if you're hearing what I'm saying and seeing what I'm saying, smash that thumbs up button. Appreciate it. So, again, I don't know if Vet Sweetness is on here, but he sent me some pictures. He finally got some good pictures. Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah, it must be YouTube. Look, here's my speed. It's off the charts.
Yeah.
I mine Bitcoin all day long here, so I'm just kidding.
So, Vet Sweetness is on here, so I will go ahead and pull this up. Oh, yeah, by the way, well, I'll pull that up in a minute. This is his Rapid Blue Z06. I tried to put more than these pictures on there, but for some reason they weren't downloading correctly.
Now, who's the other C8s in the driveway there?
I don't know.
I really do like those wheels. Oh yeah. Which isn't a very expensive. I think it's like a $500 option to get those. Wait, are those the base wheels? Or are those?
No.
Those are the.
Let me see. Hang on.
It's kind of hard to tell without
light.
I'll
stop it on this real quick. If you guys don't have my Venmo, that's it. Again, all proceeds go to my brother Jason. So, all right. I can't tell.
Well, let us know.
I can't tell. Yeah, he's in. So let's see what he says. Vet Sweetness, are those the stock wheels, or did you upgrade to like the nickel? I think is what those look like. I saw all the rest of your pictures that you emailed me. Thank you for those. Like I said, I tried downloading them and putting them on here, but for some reason they weren't downloading correctly. So I did get those 3 downloaded though.
I like how he did the painted mirrors, everything. That's my style right there.
Those are the satin graphite, aren't they? John Somerville said. Too light for satin. That's what I was thinking. I didn't think they were satin. I think they're the nickel. I think that's what they're called.
So we never talked about my Plan B car.
Well, let's do it.
It was going to be Rapid Blue.
Oh, really?
I know, shocker. Huh?
Rapid Blue? Dude, that shocks the...
I know. It was going to be Rapid Blue. I think I had those wheels on it, just even though I was going to switch them out. But then what I did was the silver stripes, too.
I think that would look good.
Oh, it looked great.
Yeah.
It looked awesome.
So,
I've got it saved in my phone.
Oh, well, shoot it over to me. Do you want me to show everybody?
Sure.
Man. I'm really having a hard time. That's another thing I didn't go over yet. I still do not have an allocation for my E-Ray, but I'm really going back and forth on what color to get now because I have a wrap in mind.
Undisclosed to me. I don't know this.
I know. I think we're frozen again. Bruno, thank you so much.
Where did I put this?
Is that paused or frozen? Oh, you know what? I think I forgot to go back to that's why.
We're off our A game today.
Yeah, I know. The picture is still up. Yeah, my bad, guys. So that's why I thought it was frozen. There we are.
I texted you the pictures. I don't know if that's
okay. So yeah, I'm having a hard time figuring out what I want to do with my E-Ray now because I've decided, not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to wrap it. And I found a really cool wrap. Oh, you don't have the actual picture from the website?
No, but it gives you the...
That's okay.
Yeah, I just...
Yeah, that's fine. Let me get these pulled up. Daryl says, Darren, what is your plan A? Yeah, tell them what your plan A is.
Plan A, and this is why I passed up on 3 allocations, is Seawolf Gray with red dipped interior.
And it's going to be amazing.
So, yeah, unfortunately, I guess it was the 3rd week of July, I was telling these guys, I received the allocation. I knew I was going to get my 2024 allocation. They told me I was the first one up, which I was. They called me on the Thursday like they do, signed off on everything, said I was a go, and then called me back. Actually, it was pretty late in the afternoon. And they weren't expecting it either, saying there was a color constraint. I'm like, what do you mean color constraint? That makes no sense.
Right.
And yeah, we can't put your order in as Seawolf Gray. Do you want to switch to a different color? And I really didn't even have to think that hard. I was like, no, I don't want to switch.
Oh, shoot.
Because a big part of me was thinking, there's no way they can't figure out this paint color.
Right.
But long story short, 2 more allocations have gone by. And they haven't, but we know they have now.
Right.
But I did not get the allocation last week, so I'm really hoping. I mean, unless they give out allocation the next, I guess they could get one tomorrow, right, on a Thursday. But generally speaking, it's usually the 3rd Thursday.
Yeah.
So
this is you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You never know. But I'm hoping their next allocation cycle, which would be next month, or actually be this month, it would be 2 Thursdays from now, there's a possibility. I mean, I'm next in line, and if that color is no longer on constraint, which I don't think it is, because it seems like last week with all the E-Ray allocations they gave out, it wasn't a problem. So I think we moved past the cacti, the Riptide Blue, and the Seawolf Gray being color constrained.
Yeah, I don't think there's any constraints anymore.
Which, that was very weird.
It was extremely weird.
For that month and a half or 2 months, how very limited cars. Now it seems like we're seeing tons of cacti cars, too, everyone's posting.
Yeah, including cars from Hoff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Those were HEIC pictures, so I had to redo them. I don't know why your phone sends that every time. I don't understand it. Especially because didn't you just take screenshots of those?
I think so.
Oh, that's why.
So I'm going to have new wheels for this car before the car even arrives. I think my wheels are almost done. But I'm not going to show people those because they're...
Are they the ones I've seen, or are they...
No one's actually seen it, including me, because those are all renderings, and there's been verbal changes made, and I don't really know what the final product's going to be yet.
Well, you already have wheels at your house that I may use on my E-Ray.
Which will look great.
Yeah, especially with the wrap that I'm telling you. So people have already said to me on Instagram, there's no way you're going to beat BOS 2.0. Trust me.
Now, how did you come up with this idea?
BOS 3.0 is going to blow your mind.
How did you come up with this idea?
I found something. I do a lot of searching for cool looks on cars. And I found something, and I'll make it my own. And it's, I will give you a hint. If if my viewers, which I know my viewers know me pretty well, they're going to probably guess a little bit of it, but I will say it will have one of my favorite colors in the wrap. So I'll just give you that hint.
Are you going to make bring flames back, make it trendy again? No? Okay.
No flames.
No tribal flames?
Nope.
Okay.
All right. I think I finally got it squared away. So let me get to his build. Yep. Here we go. Okay. So this is the first picture.
Sky cool gray interior too.
Oh, that's going to be amazing.
And
Has it popped up yet?
No. I think I had, does it show? I had yellow calipers on there too, right?
Is it not oh, there we go.
Yeah, I had yellow calipers on there too. And I think I did the blue seat belts.
Convertible.
Convertible, of course.
I mean, it's beautiful.
So that was going to be, if I would have got the phone call last week and they said, you know what, still on color constraint, I probably put that in.
And you got the black tip exhaust.
Yep. Yellow calipers.
That's beautiful. And then I love the silver stripes.
I know, and I used to tell you I hate stripes.
Well, the new ones are different.
I like the new ones because I like how they come on the hood.
Yes.
You know what it is? And it clicked. It's like the C8R, they did that. The C8R does the exact same thing in the front and the back. And that's why I always liked it on that car. And then I see the other ones where it goes all the way down and all the way down. I don't like that.
Yeah. No, I get it. I love that build. That's really, really pretty.
And of course, you can imagine that with some really nice brushed wheels would be.
Oh, yeah.
So if someone wants to steal that build and build it for themselves.
Look at this. Doug Cook says, Darren, can't even talk. My Z06 will be silver with blue stripes.
Yeah. That's the color. That's what you like that.
I love that.
That's the one we saw at Carlisle.
That's the one we saw at Carlisle. Exactly. It's gorgeous.
You know, silver would look really good. They're doing those stripes in carbon flash too.
True.
Would look really good.
Yeah, yeah.
I really do like how they came out with the new stripes. That was a big improvement. Big improvement.
Yeah. Huge. Yeah, as soon as I saw the video, when I was given that E-Ray footage way back when, and I started watching the video, I was like, oh my gosh, these stripes are the best stripes they've ever had.
Steve P said he got red mist with silver stripe. That would look awesome too.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I mean, the cool thing with those stripes too, you can take them off.
Oh yeah, they're just vinyl. Yeah,
if you get the car, you have it for a year or two, and just you take them off. Yep. If you change your mind or if you want to make it different,
100%.
I tell the story. If you remember, on my 70th anniversary car, I actually tried to get the stripes put on it. After we went to Carlisle, remember that? I was like, man, I really like those.
Yeah, yeah.
And then it was too late, so I couldn't do it. But
yeah, they did a good job of making the stripes on both the 70s very faint and not like in your face. So I love those, but I really love the new ones that are on the...
Well, they're narrower. They come down. Aesthetically, I think it looks really good. And again, traditionally, I am not a stripe person. I've voiced my opinions on that many times, but people can change.
They can.
They can change.
Let's see. Bruno says, Mike, over-prepare for your new edition. I thought I was ready for my twin girls. Nope, go overboard. Well, luckily, I'm not having twins. That would have been crazy to have... all of a sudden, she's not pregnant for 17 years and then twins. Wow. I mean, we would have handled it, but it would have been crazy. So, yeah, I'm as prepared as I can probably be, but that's probably very underprepared.
Are you guys doing the classes?
Classes?
There's classes you're supposed to take.
She hasn't said a word about classes.
You probably should take the classes. I did reluctantly, and it
worked?
It was a very good decision.
Okay, I'll tell her about the classes. If she's on, she's still watching, I guess we need to take some classes, honey.
The classes are definitely probably a must.
Okay. Well, then we'll take the classes. I mean, I'm in because
The funny story, just because we got a little bit of time.
Yeah.
So we did the classes, and of course, I have no idea what the hell I'm doing, right? So they're going over everything about how you're going to care for this baby, and it's like going to Ron Fellows school, right? They start you slow, and they get into it. And there was this one guy there, I can never forget it. He was going to be that dad. He was the dad that was going to be so involved.
Right.
He telling everyone how he's going to be the stay-at-home dad, and he's excited. By day 2,
he was done.
The 4-letter words coming out of his mouth, and he had just had it, and I'm just like, oh boy, this does not end well. This story doesn't end well.
Yeah,
of course, that was 11 or 12 years ago. So I'd like to know how that all ended with. Yeah.
Hopefully, he didn't turn out to be a horrible parent.
I don't know. It was just so funny. He was so excited on day 1; it was going to be great, and then by day 2, it was like, no, this isn't for me.
Now, you guys are going to think I'm crazy, but I've probably changed a handful of diapers in my life. And it's been 30 years probably. At least 25 to 30 years since I've changed it.
They teach that. They teach the whole burrito move where you wrap them up tight.
I know. Yeah,
There's a couple key things. The shushing. Shh. Give them sleep. That's a good thing.
And the padding.
The sound machine's your best friend.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple little tidbits that, it'd be worth the 2 days or whatever it is that you do.
John said poop is still poop. It's like riding a bike. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I don't know. Changing diapers is an art. Poop in the new E-Ray. Oh boy, that would be a nightmare.
I mean, we still don't know. You still haven't told me what your E-Ray build is. Everything's a surprise.
Well,
or you don't know. You have
no. I mean, I used to know until I found the wrap.
Well, but that's got to drive the color a little bit.
Well, let's just put it this way. Now I'm thinking about light colors or dark colors.
Right.
So think white.
You could do
black.
You could do your same color again if you wanted, right?
Or I could do carbon flash black.
Well, Rob's car that he's getting is carbon flash black. So obviously you've seen Jimmy's sitting in my garage, but
yeah, but mine won't be carbon flash black. It's going to be BOS 3.0. So, but when you open the door, actually white or carbon flash black would both work when you open the door. It's amazing. That's all I have to say. Again, I haven't decided 100%. I'm still talking things over with my wrap guy. But it's really, really awesome, in my opinion. So I might show Darren.
I kind of almost don't want to know, but I probably will want to know.
John Perkins says ceramic coat the interior. Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yep, we've done that.
All right, so I guess we should give something away. Do we have is there any kind of questions?
Oh, we didn't even think about that. We're unprepared tonight. This is just not.
It's been a weird week. I mean, there's always my Camaro.
Supercar Ranch just came and says, I'm late. What does he know about the wheels? Because he broke the ZR1 wheel story. We were talking about the new wheels a little bit earlier.
It back up so you can see it.
New composite they're using with them.
It's this one. I am sure you've seen this. Clayton, right? Is his name?
Yep.
But what are your thoughts on these new ZR1 wheels that are hybrid?
So in theory, should this be less expensive or same, or we have no idea?
I don't know, but you do realize they just upped the price on the carbon fiber wheels, right?
I do not know that. How much more are they now?
The most expensive ones with the red ring are $15,000.
See, I don't pay attention.
So
I don't pay attention to the wheels because I know I'm always going to get aftermarket wheels, and I can't even wrap my mind around spending that kind of money for OEM wheels.
Yeah.
I just can't.
Neither.
I just can't.
Yeah.
I mean,
can't wrap my
wheels
mind
and load
around that on any wheels.
No.
he says, I saw it, but I haven't really read up on it. So, which GM had a custom paint?
Yeah, I agree.
I agree.
Here's something I thought about the other day at a random point. If any GM people are watching. So, obviously, they're talking about doing all these different new models, and there's obviously chatter about maybe Grand Sport, right?
Right.
And who knows? Maybe they're going to do something with the E-Ray where they put, I don't know. They could have I don't want to say a Z06 version of that, but what if they did the flat plane crank motor we talked about with the hybrid front motors and called it?
Right. Who knows?
Z-Ray. I don't even know. But let's just say they keep doing that. But so they've traditionally, they're kind of adding different car models potentially to the C8 lineup. It's probably becoming more apparent if you're a betting man, which I am, that this C8 series probably runs a lot longer than originally thought. So 10 years is possible. Color items that people want in their McLarens, their Porsches, their Ferraris, because we know these people, including Rob, who's getting he had a Porsche.
Supercar Rant says it looks like you're getting ready to backhand me.
Tell me what your rap is. But funny. No, so you have all these people that are actually moving down from these high-end cars because they're fascinated by the C8 and they see the value and they see what it does. Give those people that are traditionally used to those higher ticket items, luxury, so to speak, let us have those and pay a premium.
I agree.
And not only that, they're going to make more money. It's going to set your car apart.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to want that platinum edition or limited or whatever you want to call it. Make it one step higher where that allows you to get those high-end paint jobs. Like, I still love, if you guys have seen, I wish Mike could bring it up, that Cadillac color is that guy around here. Remember that one guy we took off at the light one time and he
talking about the one that's matte finish?
The matte emerald green one. I don't know what they call it.
I don't either. But it's amazing.
It's amazing. That on a Z06 would just be out of the park amazing.
Yep.
Let me have that paint.
Well, look at what they did to the Camaro, too. You get this awesome limited edition Camaro matte finish
right.
on the ZL1 1LE. I think it's actually on all of them. You can get it as long as you get the 2024 limited edition version of whatever Camaro you pick.
Right.
But why wouldn't they give us something like that on the C8 period? Stingray Z06 E-Ray. Give us a paint or a matte finish that you pay extra for. Who cares? They've already upped the Z06 and the E-Ray into a completely different range of money now. You know, we were all expecting the Z06 to be in the 90,000 range, and it came in way higher than that. And then we were expecting the E-Ray to be in the 80,000 range, and it came in just under the Z06. So if you're going to charge, $150,000 for a well-specced out Z06, people will pay an extra $3,000 to $5,000.
They'll pay $10,000 more.
Or $10,000 more for the best paint they could. Like, they get to pick what color and if it's satin or shiny.
Yeah, we're not saying these are one-off colors. We're saying there's a handful of 3 to 4 or 5 higher end, not even really higher end. It's because paint's paint for the most part. Exclusive colors.
Yeah.
Like Cadillac does. Cadillac has some awesome colors.
Yeah.
And then
they have a matte black too.
Exactly. Give us the Alcantara interior because everyone loves that.
Yeah.
Simple. And if you want to have a different set of wheels or a different color, fine. I mean, I don't care about that.
And another thing that Cadillac does that Corvette doesn't do is if you pay an extra $5,000 for the upgraded seats in the V's, you get this awesome checkered seat like you get in a freaking Lamborghini.
You mean the pattern?
Yeah, it's like a pattern. It's a beautiful seat, and it's got like different color bolsters and all this amazing stuff. And yes, we do get some good-looking seats with the two-tone seats in the C8, but hey, if somebody wants to pay $4 or $5, I mean, it's $5,000 in the V's, the V4 and the 5V, Black Wings.
People will pay.
Somebody's going to pay $5,000 for a seat. Let them.
On Z06s, when you're talking, there's wheel options that are $15,000. People will pay up for paint and interior.
Yeah,
I would.
Doug Hook says even Infiniti does that with their seats.
Oh yeah.
So he's got great points. Maybe we should become engineers and go work for GM. We don't have PhDs, though. Apparently, you have to have a PhD to be one of their engineers. So that would take a lot of years.
Well, this is honestly just more consumer feedback. I mean, these are things that people want.
Yeah. Well, and maybe they're starting to listen. Maybe we'll see a cool color or two next year.
I mean, at least we know there's going to be other additions, right? There will be. We had the 70th anniversary last year.
Luke Walker is a GM engineer.
Oh.
Well, good.
Well, pass it on.
Pass this on.
Do some sort of platinum, whatever you want to call it. Come up with a cool name. I don't know.
Now, are you a GM engineer for Corvette or just a GM engineer? But either way, you're a GM engineer, so pass it along to the vet engineers. I've talked to 2 of the vet engineers at Carlisle, trying to get them to come up with a really cool purple and a really cool... I mean, you guys have come up with a really cool orange, but an even like more exotic orange than that, and an exotic green. And it just went in one ear and out the other. And they said the old people aren't going to like that. And even the young guys that say they want it, as soon as it comes time to order their car, they're not going to actually pick that color. But yet you came out with, what's the brown? Caffeine brown that year. And it was a worse color than Zeus Bronze. Zeus Bronze I actually liked, but it sold the least amount out of all the colors, and then Caffeine Brown sold even less than Zeus Bronze. So why come out with colors like that, but not an exotic purple or an exotic green? I don't get it.
Yeah, Supercar Ranch said I wanted that mint green Z06. That was the one that you had to buy with Ethereum.
Oh, yeah.
Which a lot of people look back how that all finished. Everyone's like, I should have done that. It was $185,000, I think was what.
Yeah, because we didn't know.
And it was Z07. It was all, I mean,
really,
everything. It was everything.
Yeah, we didn't know the car was going to cost that much.
Which they never made the car, right? Because it never happened.
No, they never. I don't think they did.
I don't think they did.
Yeah.
I mean, could you imagine you'd have a 101? I mean, that car, if you really were able to buy 185,
it'd be worth $1 million.
Who knows?
Yeah. Especially when they first came out.
Oh, yeah. That at Barrett Jackson?
Yeah. Barrett Jackson, Bring a Trailer, you name it. It would have sold for all the money. Yeah, we should have done it. He says, great question, different division. I don't know if he's talking to me.
No, Luke was saying that. I think he said he's retired. He retired GM.
Oh, okay.
But you still know people, so, tell a friend.
He says, I explained it in the comments. Complexity of more paint colors and options has a cost to GM.
I say that yes and no. I get that, but also when you're charging a huge premium, and I mean, when we toured the factory, the seats, that's being outsourced anyway. So you got your seats and your dash can be different. The paint didn't seem like that was an issue. But
here's the thing. I make an argument against that. Why have all these grays that we have right now? I mean, we have ceramic matrix gray. We have hypersonic gray. We have silver flare metallic. I know that's not gray, but it's close. And we have one more. What is it? Seawolf gray. Why have all those grays? And why have a carbon flash black and a real black when you could have one gray, one silver, one black, and then take all the rest of those colors and make a purple and a amazing green? Why? Why not do that?
I thought it was weird for 2024 that they did the carbon flash black as a color, right. Which I think is great because I think it's an awesome color.
It is an awesome color.
It's great. I think it's
but
bad.
But it should have stayed for
I think it's, the
70th.
Because the guys have the 70th now, It's not as exclusive.
Right.
I just thought it was a little weird how they brought that back. And it wasn't, honestly, I mean, if you think about the anniversary cars, 30% of them were, I think, the carbon flash. So you could argue the white was way more popular anyways.
Yeah. And then now they're worth the most because...
Right.
It's done.
Right.
There's no more of that white.
Someone asked me earlier, and I didn't address it, if I had sold my anniversary convertible, and yes, I did. I actually did back in, I think it was late July when I actually sold it. So
Lance Smith, I like his comment. He says, Luke, understand the math for ROI, which is return on investment. So if they charge enough for a positive ROI and can generate demand, doesn't that work for both GM and the consumer? Exactly. I mean... Again, take away colors we don't care about. I mean, there's people that care about them, but we don't have to have that many colors that look similar. Take away a few of those, give us the good colors, and charge a lot. We don't care.
Like I said, make it a platinum edition or whatever you want to call it, where it's the one step above, and the only way you get these colors in this interior is paying that money.
And look at this. I'm about to probably pay $6,000 to have my car wrapped.
Yeah.
Why wouldn't I pay $5,000 for a paint job?
Right.
From the factory. So it's a no-brainer in our opinions and a lot of people on here, but GM just doesn't see it the way we do for some reason, and you know, that is what it is. All right. I think we're getting close to needing to give something away. So let's just do the miles on my Camaro. That's the easiest thing to do since we don't have a great question. So
we can do the miles on my truck.
I mean, either
Might
way.
as well.
I don't care. Let's do the miles on your truck then. Pull them up, but start guessing now.
Well, hold on. Let's tell the backstory, how long I've had it for. So I've had my truck since March 1st.
March 1st of this year.
And consider, let's give you a little,
He drives it every day.
I drive it pretty much every day. Drove it to Carlisle and back.
Yeah. And how many miles was that again?
Oh, 3,500. So at least you've got 3,500 miles on it.
Yeah.
So I've had it since March 1st, and it's...
Robert said 77,000.
No, I've never done that in a year. I think the most I've ever put on a car in a year was 44,000 miles. I've actually done that, which is a lot.
I've put 36,000. That's it. That was a lot for me.
So here's the number. Is that more than you thought?
Whoa. That is more than I thought.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
That is more
Okay.
than I thought. Yep. Well, we got somebody close.
I may be slightly over. I'm supposed to get the oil changed on Friday. I'm a little past due on that.
Show me that number again. Okay.
No, there's a couple of them really close.
Yeah.
Well, you better type in when you're ready to stop.
Yeah. So far, I think I know the winner. I'm just making sure. Let people go.
And pretty much trouble-free miles, to be honest.
Yeah.
Minus that whole def issue.
Yeah.
It's still
blows our minds that happened.
Yeah. Story for another time.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and hit end because we've got somebody that's very, very close. And I'm just going to double check it just to be fair. So are you checking too?
Yeah, I saw John Somerville was close too. Ah, shit.
I think he's the closest.
Is he?
I think. But I'm just double checking.
For some reason, I can't scroll my comments.
Yeah, John Somerville's the winner for sure. He said 17,000. So he's only 240 away. Is that correct?
16,760.
Yeah. So congrats, John. You won. I'll ship you out something this week. By the way, James Grimm, he's still on here. I shipped your stuff out this week. Sorry, I was super busy the last couple of weeks, but you should have it, I think, by like Thursday. Shipped it out yesterday, so maybe Friday.
John, did you ever get...
You'll be happy.
I didn't even tell you this. Maybe people on here would... I was going to have a small run made of the Come and Take It shirts again.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Mostly just for personal purposes to give out to a handful of people, but people seem to really like those.
Okay. That's fine with me. If you want to have them done...
I'm just wondering if John has one. If he doesn't, I'll make sure he
does.
Does he?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure John has one.
I was going to change the color.
Let him know in the comments, but I'm 99.9% sure I sent him a Come and Take It.
If anybody else wants one...
He says I have 2 of those.
Really? Probably because of sizing issue or something.
Maybe.
We always fail to get enough big sizes, and we always regret it afterwards.
Mark Cutsy says, holy moly, that's some driving. Well, again, 3,500 of it was Carlisle and back.
Yeah, I drive a fair amount, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, what is it? 30-something miles to work? Yeah. And back? 60 miles something total? All right, well, thank you, everyone who joined in tonight. Sorry there were complications, again, with YouTube. It seems like it happens to us, like, once every few months. Hopefully this won't happen next week. But thank you for all the thumbs up. If you guys haven't smashed it yet, please do so. Thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for all of the kind words and love and prayers for my brother Jason, and all the Venmos and the Super Chats. I will get that to him directly. And for those of you who are new on here, we do this every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. It's called Octane Hour. We'd love to have you join us. If you haven't joined the Brinkofspeed community yet, smash the red subscribe button and the bell so that you're notified when these happen. But you guys have a wonderful rest of your evening, and we'll see you on the next Octane Hour.
At the halfway point of 8 rounds. Again, 4th round.